In this video, we'll take a look at how to create a room schedule with finishes. So it's essentially a room schedule, but it's also going to be a finishing schedule. And I've created a couple of rooms here. It's nothing fancy, just a bunch of rooms, just to have a couple of spaces that we can add into this project. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to mark the rooms. So I need to go into architecture, and I need to create room boundaries using this room tool. So I can go ahead and click on the room tool, and as you can see, when I move inside, it's showing me the boundary of the room. So that signifies that this is one room, and there's one, there's two, and we can rename this afterwards, so that's fine. It's three. Oops, multiple rooms are in the same. Okay, let's delete that. Now this one, the boundary didn't really work, because see, this wall here, it's not going all the way, and let's fix that. Yeah, add a room there, and now I can just go like that, and then add another room here, right? So there we go. We have a bunch of rooms, and let's say let's say this area, I want it to be the retail space, but when I bring in my room, it's not gonna allow me to do this. It's not an enclosed region saying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete that first, and I need to draw the separators for the room. So I'm gonna use a room separator here, and I'm gonna draw a line which is gonna be invisible when you use the other spaces. So that's going to be one space. This area is going to be the retail space for my building, and when I go in now, I can add that space as a room. Now these sections, again, you can use the same room separator and separate it however you want. So I can do that and go in and add a separate space here. There you go. So like that, you can add other rooms as well, and you can rename this. Let's say office. Gonna make this office, make this another office as well, and another office. Oops. This is gonna be the retail area. This is gonna be meeting. So those are my spaces, and I can add others as well. I'm not gonna go into that. I can have I can remove this edit the room tag and uncheck the room number if I don't want that, and I can even add the area if I wanted to, but yeah, just remove that and have just the names, and maybe I can just scoot this over here so that everything's lined up. Alright, so those are our rooms. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to go and create a room schedule. So let's go same way that we did for any other schedule. Go to schedules, right click, new schedules, and find room schedule. So there we go. We have a room schedule, and let's say OK, and then we can add the different fields. So the first one that we need to do is we need to have a room name, and then maybe area of the room. That's important. And then we can start adding the finishes. So we have the ceiling finish, we can add the floor finish, we can add wall finish, right? What else? We can even add the number if I wanted to, but that's not necessary, I think. So I think that's base finish. Well, we don't need the base finish, so these are enough. Name, area, ceiling finish, and that's it. And I'm gonna say OK, and it's gonna create my schedule. So I have office, and what's this one? Not placed. Well, maybe I had two of the spaces that I didn't place, so that's probably why it's saying that. That's okay. the next thing that I want to do is I want to add the finishes. Now what I'm going to do is I need to do it manually because it's not gonna pull up the finishes from the information that we provided. So this one, gypsum wallboard ceiling, we can have that. Floor finish is going to be carpet. Wall finish is going to be paint. Like that. We can then do the same thing. Once we add it, it's gonna be in this drop down. So everything's gonna be that for the offices at least. So the offices, we're gonna do the same thing. And then the retail area is going to be again gypsum wallboard, but let's say the floor finish is going to be tile. The paint is going to be maybe I don't know. I can't think of anything. But if you have a different finish, you can add that in as well. Let's see if I can delete this one. So let's delete that row, and let's delete that row. It's not placed, so that's fine. Delete 1007. That's okay. We didn't place it, so that's fine. So this one is going to be gypsum wallboard, and this one's going to be meeting area carpet, maybe paint. So that's your room schedule, or you can call it a finishing schedule. So you have the offices, you have the areas of those offices. Maybe having the number might be beneficial as well. So we can go here, we can add edit, and let's add the number, and then let's move this thing up and say okay, and there we go. So we have the room number, we have the area. I'm not really sure if this is even necessary, but I felt like I need to add one more thing. So that's how you create a finishing schedule.